Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Jane. And I'm very excited to be sharing something with you that, like Jane, I've known about for a few months, and I've seen the impact that it's had over in America. And for those people that don't know me, I've been involved with Forever now for 27 years. I joined on the 17th of August, 1993. I did it as a side hustle for 2 years. That was after I had a career in the city, and I've now been full-time in Forever since July 1995 when I quit my job. So if anyone out there is wondering whether you can do this as a career, the answer is most definitely yes. I mean, you've only got to look at Jane as well, and obviously John, her husband, and they've been doing it as a career, I think, virtually since the moment they joined Forever. So what an amazing opportunity we have. What a fantastic way to kickstart the year. And as Jane said, I'm here to explain the new boost policy and how it can change your business for the better. Now, I've always thought that there was a gap in the earning potential between assistant supervisor and supervisor. I always wondered why there was if you like, not a stepping stone in between those two positions. Very much like I always thought there was a gap between, for instance, being a manager and then qualifying for the global rally. And Forever corrected that by bringing in the Eagle Manager program, which really is a first step, a kind of stepping stone towards a manager qualifying for the full global rally. And exactly the same thing has now happened with our boost policy. Now, we started to see the potential when step one was enacted with the preferred customer discount to dropping from 15 to 5%. And you know, part of this whole boost policy is to reward active status early in the career of somebody who's serious about building a business. And by serious, we don't mean you have to do it full time. You can do it as a side hustle, like many people start their Forever businesses. But that first step was enacted when it dropped the preferred customer sign-up bonus from 15 to 5%, which meant that assistant supervisors got a 10% bonus increase when they sign somebody up as a preferred customer. Now that's pretty amazing, really. And that's already been putting more money in people's pockets, not just assistant supervisors, but, you know, supervisors, assistant managers, and managers as well. Now, the new assistant supervisor policy is designed to motivate assistant supervisors to put their business on a solid foundation of 4 case credits of personal, retail, and preferred customer sales per month, and to reward assistant supervisor for sales activity of downline assistant supervisors who aren't 4 case credit active. Now, bear in mind, this policy went into effect in North America on July the 1st last year, July the 1st, 2020. And later on, I'll be interviewing a top American FBO who explains what impact this has had on her business over there. And I promise you, you are going to be absolutely astonished and blown away when you hear about it. So to understand that, let's look at a couple of examples of how this works. Now, in this scenario, Assistant Supervisor 1 has sponsored Assistant Supervisors 2, 3, and 4, and each sponsor a preferred customer who purchases a Start Your Journey pack at a 5% preferred customer discount. Now, under the current system, assistant supervisors 2, 3, and 4 each receive a preferred customer profit of £44.74 plus a preferred customer bonus of £8.95. Assistant supervisor 1 does not receive any compensation on these transactions. Now, excitingly, under the new Assistant Supervisor Boost program, assistant supervisors must be active during the month to receive the preferred customer bonus and the personal bonus. Now, this diagram illustrates what happens to the preferred customer bonus generated under assistant supervisors who are not 4-case credit active. The preferred customer bonus moves up line to the next FBO who is 4-case credit active, even if that FBO is an assistant supervisor. So as you can see here, assistant supervisor 1 is active, assistant supervisor 3 is active. So assistant supervisor 3 maintains all or both the preferred customer profit and the preferred customer bonus. However, assistant supervisors 2 and 4 are not active, and therefore they still get their 25% preferred customer profit, but the bonus, the preferred customer bonus, would bounce upline to assistant supervisor 1, giving them the total of £17.90 preferred customer bonus. This policy is now going to start rewarding assistant supervisors who build 4-case credit active businesses, because you will pick up all of those extra 5%. Now, obviously, it doesn't just stop at assistant supervisors. As I said a moment or so ago, supervisors are going to be picking up on this, assistant managers, and indeed managers. But it is going to reward activity. It's going to reward somebody doing exactly what Bernie did, doing exactly what Jason did, which is to focus on their retailing and making sure they're building a strong retail 4+ case credit business. Because if you do that, you're now going to pick up on the assistant supervisors in your team who are not doing that. Now, what that actually means is that just as the preferred customer bonus moves up line, so does the 5% personal bonus on purchases made by assistant supervisors who are not 4-case credit active during the month. In other words, whereas before an assistant supervisor would get the wholesale price, which is the 30% discount, plus be paid a 5% personal bonus on top. If they're not 4-case credit active, they'll still get their 30% discount, but that 5% personal bonus is going to bounce upline to the next active assistant supervisor, supervisor, and so on. So this is an incredibly exciting development, because what it means is that people are now incentivized to build a 4-case credit business. I mean, I think it's going to have one of the biggest impacts that we've seen, not just in terms of earnings for people who are 4-case credit active, but I think it's going to inspire a whole lot more people to become 4-case credit active in order that they can pick up those bonuses and get that extra 5% personal bonus on their own sales. And that is just going to be so powerful for the business. Can you imagine if you saw double the number of people in your business doing 4-case credits? I mean, it's just astonishing. So to summarize, assistant supervisors who are 4-case credit active will be able to earn both the preferred customer bonus and the personal bonus from downline assistant supervisors who are not 4-case credit active, even though they're at the same sales level. As I mentioned before, this exciting supervisor boost, the assistant supervisor boost program, will help the assistant supervisors in your group to earn more and grow faster. So why don't you use this incredible program to help you work to build your forever future? It's yet another exciting change to help you earn more so you can invest more time in developing your business. And just to explain what this has made to her business, I'm now going to give you a little interview that I did with Marta O'Michelle, who's a Sapphire manager over in America, and the difference that this has made on her business. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can watch this interview. Hi, Marta. It's great to see you again. I think the last time we saw each other was at the Global Rally, the Forever Global Rally in Dallas back in 2018. So how have you been keeping since then?
Hi, Adam. Good to see you. I was busy, to be honest. Last 2 years was big change in my business, and It was a lot of happening. But thank you for asking.
I know. I'm really excited to hear about that. And actually, I remember the first time we met was back at the very last Forever Super Rally, which was, I think, in Phoenix back in 2012, when you were the model for the US skincare team or the makeup team, because of course we were all the different countries or regions there was a competition to see who could put the best makeup on, and you were the model for the makeup thing. And I think then you were just a manager, and you were starting out on your journey with Forever. And I remember on the post-rally tour, we bumped into each other again as well, and you were asking me lots of questions about the business, and I thought, wow, this girl really wants to make it in Forever. And it's just been, we've kept in touch on Facebook, and it's been fabulous to see your growth and your rise in Forever, and just keep plodding away and just keep putting one foot in front of the other and gradually growing your business. And I was delighted when you made Sapphire in March. I mean, that's such a brilliant, brilliant achievement. And I know that the boost policy that you're going to talk about, your personal experience, and I think I'm right in saying that the change from 15% to 5% happened back in October 2019, and that made a big difference to your business. I think your income went up then, didn't it? From around 2.5, 3.5 to what was the amount you said that it went up to?
Like almost 20.
Almost 20, yeah. So it's gone from 2.5, 3,000. Then that was introduced in October 2019, and then in July, of course, the 4Case Credit Active policy came in, which you're going to talk about in a bit more detail. And that took your income then to, as you say, up to nearly 20,000, which is fabulous. And you now have a business in quite a few countries, mainly the USA and Poland, but I know you've got some businesses in some other countries in Europe as well. So, there couldn't be anyone better to be explaining to us here in the UK how the boost policy works and what a massive difference it's made to somebody's business. Actually, this isn't just a theoretical exercise. You're going to explain actually what it's done for your business. So I just want to hand over to you. Take us through your slides and get us all excited about what the potential is for this new policy. I know I'm excited about it, and I know what you're going to do is just going to get us even more excited here in the UK. So over to you, Marta.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adam, for introducing me. And I would like to say hi to everyone and start with my presentation. So maybe few things about myself. My name is Marta Omachel, and I am an FBO, the same FBO as you guys are, just that I live in United States, in Florida. But I was born in Poland. That's why you're gonna hear the accent, and also you're gonna see that English is not my priority language. Most of the time I speak Polish at home with my husband, with my kids. And that's how I grow my business as well, to be honest. Like 90% of my business is in Polish. So I would like to share with you maybe a short story of how I started with Forever and how everything started. So as a young girl, I was 19 years old. I decided I'm gonna move out from Poland, and I'm gonna live in USA. And this is exactly what happened. And I was a young girl with big dreams. I wanted to do so much in my life, but reality was I didn't know English back then. And I had to survive in Chicago because that was the main city where I was living. And what happened is my first job started to be as a cleaning lady. I was cleaning. I was a cleaner. And believe me, as for a young girl with big dreams, I wanted to travel, to see the world, to see the United States. It wasn't my dream job, but it was paying bills. So I kept it for a while, for a few years, I would say. But I noticed that I wasn't very happy in what I was doing. I knew I could do more. I knew I could do something else. But I also, in the meantime, I got 2 kids. So I was a busy mom, working, cleaning, and life got tough. So I was looking for a solution. I was looking for something else. What else? How can I jump out of this cleaning, a job that I really personally didn't enjoy? And I was introduced to Forever, and I was still, I was still cleaning. I was still at the job. And I was slowly growing my business with 2 little kids. And one day I decided, you know what, Marta, I'm gonna move forward with Forever, and I'm gonna not only do a little bit, but I'm gonna actually put more work in. And that's how I started growing my business. But what happens, you know, with years, because I started in 2012, I would say. So in the meantime, you know, I noticed that my business wasn't growing as fast as I would wish it to grow, and I was looking for solutions. And I was always willing to learn, and I was always at the rallies. I was always at the trainings, and I noticed I gotta do something different. I gotta change something. And what happened is 3 major changes I implemented in my business that really brought the success, that really brought me from a cleaning lady to a FBO, and then successful FBO, I would say. And so what happened is I started working on my mindset. That was completely something new to me. I've never done that, and I was never paying attention to that. So that really helped me focus on what must be done. Another thing was I started polishing my marketing skills. I started using free Facebook tools to show myself to other people, to pass on the message about Forever. And that's how I started showing up, doing Facebook Live every single day. But what actually boosted all of it, of course, I started prospecting more and talking to people more. And what really got boosted in my business was the new policy change that showed up in United States first. We were the first country with this new change. So what happened was customers, 15%, who had a discount 15%, their discount dropped to 5%. And I believe, and I'm talking from my personal example, that was the best drop ever that showed up in Forever. Because let me ask you a question. Who is the most important person in a marketing plan? I believe those are assistant supervisors. I believe those are the people who are starting the business, and we put the most work and time to help these people grow their business, to make money, because most of the time people are here to make extra income. And what I noticed in my business was a pattern that I was sponsoring people, I was helping them out, they were excited, but after a month, 2 or 3, they were losing the excitement and they were quitting, or they were just consumers. And that was frustrating. So what I have noticed is after the policy changed and after me putting the work in, I noticed that people who were starting the business, they stayed. They didn't quit. They were excited, and they were able to continue that excitement. They were able to be motivated, and I really believe it's because they know. I saw that, right? Because I was longer in the business. It's because they were making more money at the start, because assistant supervisors got 10% increase in their income because of that change. And I really see that was a big, amazing change in terms of my team growing so much. Last year. And because of that, we started creating a lot of supervisors, like a lot of supervisors, and then a lot of assistant managers. And then, of course, some people were moving up to manager position, which brought me also move ups, and that big boost in my income from 2,500, 3,500, then to 12, and then slowly more, 15, 18. And that's how I also grew, because I was helping my team grow as well. moving with slides and moving with the story, there was one more change, which was also very, very effective. And what I noticed is another boost that happened that was later on in 2020. It was 4cc boost. So it was the boost that showed us that how many people were active, and showed us about how important it is that so little people do a little, so that different. A lot of people doing a little bit. And that change also gave me the boost in a business, because I started calculating and checking on 2020. And as you guys can see, from January, 61 people in my team were active with 4cc. And by the end of November, we had 146 people. So the boost started in the middle of July, in the beginning of July. And that really implemented the business as well. But what I want to say is the new policy boost with 4cc is about us teaching our FBOs that to show them the benefits of being active. Why is it good to be active? How they can get 5 extra % back just by them being active. And these simple little changes that happened in the company policy really helped me grow, and not only me, but in my entire team grow to speed up to a level that I reached a Sapphire Manager level. So those are just the tips, simple few things about what has changed in my business, how a cleaning lady, a girl with big dreams who lives in United States, was able to transform over the years to a Sapphire Manager, and especially with the last policy changes that happened to me. So thank you so much.